evening and welcome. Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models, as ever, and this is an evening with a gang. It's me at the moment, as it has been for a while. It's an evening with me, and possibly some other people might turn up. We'll find out if they do. If not, then it's just me. It might not be a long one tonight anyway, because I'm not feeling quite right. I'm feeling a bit sort of tired and run down, and it might just be Telford catching up with me. It might be that I'm coming down with something and I'm feeling a little bit cold, although I've got the heating on. But we'll see, and we'll carry on. And I'll brave through it for you lot because I know you like to watch. So hello. As uploaded a couple of pictures as well, so there's still time. Eric sounds it cold there, but no, it's just me. Eric did say at least you're getting plenty of vitamin C. Yeah, for orange is good for you, isn't it, or something. Quantum Man says that fire over there's keeping me warm. My background, obviously, with the fireplace. Eric does ask thoughts on how I'm painting the jets. The Orc Aeronautica Imperialis fighter bombers or something, I think they're called. I won't be painting them quite yet. I've built two of them. I'll be building another two of them at some point, and then when the four of them are done, I'll worry about painting them then. But going onwards, the Warhamster Sunday is indeed what my patrons voted for. The Weird Knobs. The Weird Knob, rather, because there's only one of him. I've sorted him out. It's a resin thing. I've got it. It's tucked away behind me. It's a resin thing, so I didn't want to put on the mask and everything and try and talk while I'm doing it. So I've not primed it. Got the parts off the sort of sprue things and tied it up, ready to glue together. So I'll get them glued together, then we'll worry about painting and priming and go from there. So that's Sunday's plan. Cynical Steve's in. Evening all. Evening Steve. Sprue Glue says orange, 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 orange. I have to get the right number or Fox complaints. Dr. Bob's in. Greetings. Greetings, Bob. Bones is in as well. And gone. I don't know what they can. Oh, you've been tangoed. This is hi, Chris. And gone. I'm not gone. I'm still here. But yeah. Anyway, Jamie's in. I meant to say don't. Didn't see the first comment. Oh, Chris, you have a germ. I might have a partial germ. You never know. Oh, it must have jumped because Skullfish is here. Good evening, Skullfish. Welcome. Swicking Pigs here as well. It must have jumped down a few. Swicking Pigs here as well. Let me go back up. I got all them. Alright, yeah, Shane's in. Good evening, Chris, and everyone. Hope all are well. Thank you very much. Eric's just putting in lots of pictures of things now. I don't know why. Gone. So don't. Edward's in. Evening all. Good evening. Am I gone? I don't think I'm gone. It says I'm still here. I don't know. Did I hit the button? What button? I'm still. As far as I'm aware, I'm still here. Let me double check. Let me open up the YouTube stream. And yes, I seem to be not there, unless that's an advert. That's an advert. I'm there in an advert. But let me get rid of the advert and see if I'm actually broadcasting as I should be. Yes, I'm still here. I didn't hit the button at all. You're making it all up, making me think I've pressed the button when I haven't. You went, but now you're back. Oh, did I? Start off stream, you froze for about 10 seconds. I just had a message from Dad. I don't know. Everything seemed to be okay my end, but oh well. As long as I'm back now, that's it. Gemma says I've been buffering. Yeah. Everything should be okay. Looked up a few minutes ago. You're back now. As long as I'm back now, that's okay. Went a bit odd, but a refresh worked. All okay now, says Dad. Thank you, Dad. All good here, says Dr. Bob. I don't think you're a real doctor, are you, Bob? I think I'd have to see your medical credentials before I let you do anything to make sure I get rid of me German stuff, so I'm not entirely certain about that. So, hello and welcome. As ever, this is the Thursday night when I just sort of hang around and waffle for a little while. I will indeed waffle. I'll push some buttons. I haven't pressed any buttons for a little while. I'll push my start button, because although I've already started, I forgot to press the start button. I won't press the ending button, because that's the ending. I will press the group button, which is the Facebook group, facebook.com groups, gross group. That is where you can put your pictures. Go along, join if you're not already a member. If you're a member of the Boom Hut, you get automatically approved as long as you're using the same account to sign in. So come along and join, put some pictures up, and I shall show them in a little while. So yeah, that's there. I do have a website which you can have a look at. I'll put some, not exactly stories, but just sort of blog posts and things like that, and pictures occasionally. So go along, have a look at that. There is my email address, which I haven't got a button for. Oh no, that's terrible. Oh well, it's there. It's chris@grossmorals.uk, because that's the website. If you do need me, you can do that. You can do the super chatty thing, or all that stuff. Yeah, I do also have a Patreon. My Patreon page is what supports me for doing things like the software for these live streams and me buttons and things like that. So if you can have a look over there, if you want to support me, feel free. If you don't, then feel free as well. I'll put up my list of patrons. It might work. It seems to not work the first time, but now it does. Look, there you go. There's all my lovely patrons. For some reason, Jamie says we need the Ted Slap It On button.
Slap it on!
Like that one. It's not on a button, but I can click on it. So it's there. It's just not really there. But yes, so that's pretty much all of my buttons. The one other thing that is of note this week. So you're talking about Telford. I shall talk about Telford in a little while. The one other thing that's new this week, I can share my screen. Let me, because I've got a page open. There, that's not the page, that's the page. There we go. Is that one? Yes, that one. I shall share that page. That is my local Warhammer shop, Warhammer Uxbridge. They have a competition running, which they do every month apparently. The Golden Grots. I don't know if it's an actual prize thing or if it's just a thing. But there are 4 entries this month into the Golden Grots. Go along to the page. I'll put the link in the chat. I think I've put the link in the chat. There we go. And you can like your favourite thing. Basically, just go to the Grot page photo album and click like on anyone you like, as long as it's the Orange Dragon. As I say, there's only 4 entries this month. It's actually Paul. Paul did the Blue Dragon. So Paul's Blue Dragon has 11 votes. My Orange Dragon has 11 votes. Someone else's other dragon skeleton thing and a Hydra thing as well. Basically, unlike your favourite. It's the first time I've entered a competition of any type, so it'd be interesting to see how it goes. And me and Paul being neck and neck is quite interesting. Paul looked glued to the sprue, obviously, as well. So that's the link in there. Go along, click the button, and if you don't like any of them, then don't like any of them. That's the way it works. But if you do like any of them, then click the like button. We'll see how many votes we can actually get on the page. Not just necessarily for mine, but I just want to see, because I don't normally get a lot of votes for them. But if you can all vote, then that'd be lovely. We'll see how high that month will go. They might ask me back to do more things. So yes, that's that. I shall share again later when we do the Gross Group gallery thing. Yeah, but that's there if you want to go and have a look. What are we talking about now? Swigging Pig. Were you in McDonald's on the Saturday about 8 a.m? Says Dad. Is this a Telford conversation? Gemma says, hi to everyone, only half paying attention as watching the footy too. That must be why I keep hearing the shouty noises from downstairs. It's obviously someone doing something with their feet. I don't know. Sprue Glue says, did you buy much at Telford, Dad? He bought some stuff, yeah. No kits, tools and styrene. I only bought a couple of tools as well. I didn't manage to. So Jamie's also watching the football. So yeah, there's not so many people going to be watching today. Jerry says, spent many a drunk evening in Uxbridge. Yeah, it's a town, much like any other. Tools and Styrene sounds like a death metal band. It does have that sort of ring to it. It does sound something. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Everyone's saying hello to Gemma now, and Jamie says 3-0. Is that a score? I don't know. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Right, let's have a look. Ringing Pid says, "No, Dad, not me. Life got in the way. I couldn't get to Telford after all. Oh, it's a shame. These things happen. It'll be there next month, next year. This month, next year. I think it's a couple of days earlier. I think it's like the 7th and the 8th or something. But I'm sure when it gets closer to it and we arrange things, I'll obviously be there the Sunday anyway because I can't do the Saturday. So I expect I'll be going on the Sunday, but we'll let you know for sure." Dad says, "Despite Chris and Paul trying to get me to throw £150 at a shuttle kit, it was the big one with the gantry and the thing and the shuttle and the thing, the one you've always wanted, but it was in a battered box and a bit expensive. So I didn't push too hard. I just mentioned it a couple of times, but no, I'm not unhappy that you didn't buy that. I don't think you would have been quite impressed with it when you opened it up." Equal Pizza, evening all. England are 3-0 up, says my wife. What? I don't understand. Was it the launchpad pan kit? Yeah, it was the big launchpad with the gantry and the thing at the side, and it was all the bells and whistles and stuff. It was full of everything. Jerry says, "Right, can I bring myself to walk through to the freezing office and power up the PC and join the show?" Hopefully, but if you don't, it's not a problem. I say, yeah. Shane says, "My wife likes watching 12 Millionaires kicking a piece of leather around as well." Yeah, it doesn't do anything for me at all. I don't follow any of the sport balls. I don't mind what happens, but there you go. Yeah. Right. That's that. There are still some chats coming through. They seem to be taking a little while to come through to the StreamYard, so I can click on it and make it appear in the big numbers, big text on the bottom. But it shall get there soon. Dad says, "I've been after that kit, but not paying that price." No, I quite understand. Spruglu says, England, or is it Ingerland? Because you've got to put in an extra vowel in it somewhere, or something. I don't know. Fox says, "Evening, shall join shortly." Thank you. More than welcome. You've got the link. I was going to remind you, but then I thought, no, I won't bother. Spruglu says, "Fox." Dad says, "Howdy, Fox." Eric says, "Hey, Fox." And Skullfish says, "Evening, Model Making Guru," because he's more polite. But I haven't got that come up on my chat yet, so I can't click on the button for that yet. Yes, there it is. There you go. Just to prove that it's there. Yeah, what have you all been up to? I shall click on the button. I've not the button. The question, time and telly. What time is it where you are? And what have you been watching on telly? For me, it is 13 minutes past 8, and I'm still working my way through NCIS. I think I'm on season 11 or 12 or something now. I'm getting close to the end of it that's on Prime. So I will have to drift off to something else soon. But at the moment, that's what I've got on. Same as normal. I've not been changing much because, there's like 20 odd episodes in a season, and even if you watch one a day, then that's almost a month for a season. So it's like 12 seasons. It's been a year. But, Stuart Hislop's here. He says, "First time on your channel without Ted, Fox and friends." Yeah, Ted very rarely comes on. Fox apparently will be joining me later, but yeah, it's just me at the moment. But sometimes other people do pop in. But you're more than welcome. I'd say grab a chair, sit down, take it easy. Complimentary sweets and biscuits will be handed around by somebody close to you, I'm sure. If you ask nicely, they might break some out. But yeah. Eric says, "Fox is here. The show can start." Fox isn't here yet. When he gets here, he'll be just down there in the backstage. So he won't actually be here yet. I have the power to bring him to the front or to leave him in the backstage. So, we'll see. Everyone's saying hello. Everybody still... It's only 1/4 since I started, so, it's fair enough everyone coming in late and saying hello. It's fine. I will say once again, the group does exist, the Gross group. If you want to pop along and join it, where's my button for that? There you go. Facebook.com, Gross Group. Put pictures up. That's what it's for. It's basically just somewhere where you can share pictures of your work in progress, finished work, something you've done years ago but are particularly proud of. Anything you like, really. Keep it clean, though, because I do put them on the big telly. I put the pictures there for everybody to see. And hopefully you're in the chat as well, and you can tell us a bit more about it as and when I put it up, because I don't know anything about most things, actually. So, yeah. So if you've not already joined, then by all means, come along and join. If you're in the Boom Hut, as I say, you get automatic approval. If you're not, then I can approve you quite quickly, or one of the other mods might at some point. You never know. So yeah, that's there. Let's see. Dad says I'm eating. I won't put you through that. Thank you very much. No, that's not my thing. My thing's not the food and bench thing. It's the other one. Spruglu says 8:13, and the game where they kick a ball. Is that rugby or something? Or American football? They kick it in American football, don't they? No, they carry it. That's why it's football. Yeah. 4-0, says Spruglu. I think that means we're doing quite well. I don't know. 69 past 11:55, and been watching Orange Blood Orphans. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure you're enjoying it. That's fine. We have Jerry has arrived. He's apparently quite cold as well, so it's not just me that's cold. Welcome, Jerry.
Hello.
You look chilly. No, you don't look chilly. You've got a big hoodie on like me.
Hold on a sec, this might get a bit echoey. I've lost my speakers.
Lost your speakers. They're the things that made the noises coming out of.
Well, I've lost my headphones.
Right. They're less noise will be coming out of those. They're harder to find.
Yes.
I'll just continue on with what people are watching and doing then. Jane says 13 minutes past 8. Mainly YouTube stuff. Model Nerd does some great military dioramas. I keep meaning to go back and do more dioramas, but it's just effort. They're all tricky to do and take ages, and I can't be bothered. Ray's in from Malta. Hi Ray, nice to meet you at the weekend. Ray says it's nice to see Dad in Telford. It didn't say anything about me. That's fine. I understand. That's fine if it's nice to meet Dad. It was nice to meet Dad, but I've met Dad before, so it wasn't such a big deal for me. Bones says it's 9:16. Watching me cats chase each other. I suppose that's fun. Do you get one of them laser pointery things and you make them chase that? Because that would amuse me. Do you mind running into balls and things?
No, but I did that with my son. I spent a good quarter of an hour just with a laser pointer on the wall and my son trying to catch it.
Oh, yeah, that's always useful. I assume he was like 27 or something.
Yes, he was 4 at the time.
Oh, okay. You probably
My wife
allowed to do that now. But...
You shouldn't be doing that, but then laughed for about 10 minutes. So
yeah, it's one of those things that you know you probably shouldn't do, but it's just fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what we got here. Dad says it was great to meet Ray. Many thanks for the gift. Jamie Bone is 8:15, or 16 minutes past 8, playing the new Call of Duty on Xbox One. I didn't get into Call of Duty at all for the last 10 years. I did play them once upon a time, but then didn't. So yeah. Steve, 17 minutes past 8. Resident Evil, is that like what? Are you watching it or playing it, or which one? There's so many to choose from. I need more information than that as well, because some of it's very good, some of it isn't.
Although I do not recommend playing those sorts of games with the VR headset on the PlayStation.
No, I did play the latest one, the Resident Evil, was it 7 Biohazard thing, in VR for about a quarter of an hour, and then I threw up.
It wasn't the throwing up. It wasn't the motion sickness. It was screaming like a little girl when the zombies came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, for me it was purely the VR legs. I was still quite new to it, and I thought, I feel a little bit queasy, but I'll push on through. Don't push on through. It doesn't end well. Yeah, if you start feeling a bit rough, then stop playing, take the headset off, and go for a little walk in the real world, get some fresh air. But yeah, you find when you go back, you can do it for longer. But yeah, I don't have any trouble with VR now. Although I haven't gone back to the Resident Evil purely because of the memories that I finished it in flat 2D thing. So I sort of, the jump scares wouldn't be so bad. Although it's been a couple of years now, so it probably would be quite bad again. Quanoan says, I meant to say Iron Blood Orphans, but I am a Wally. What can't type properly. I didn't notice any different. I don't know what any of them are, so I wouldn't have noticed.
Which series? The first one or the second series? Quano. I cannot see chat at the moment. There we go.
Sergeant Bones says the red dot torture. Yeah. Ray says, okay, yes, nice to see you. Thank you. Jamie says, I can't put any photos in the Gross group at the moment as I don't have a phone at the moment. Yeah, that would be a good reason to not be able to do it. I mean, you probably could find some way of doing it through the computer or something. But it's obviously easier to do it all from one device. Take the picture, post the picture, and you're done. So yes, we'll expect some at a later date when you get yourself phone sorted again. Ray says it's 9:30 p.m. time. Cool. It's talking of screaming like a little girl. Well, where's Fox? Says Sprue Glue. Fox isn't here yet, but someone else is. We have a bench belonging to Paul at Team Inept.
Hello.
Oh, we do even have a Paul at Team Inept.
Is that Bruce Willis?
Bruce Willis as well.
No, it's just a plastic head.
Of Bruce Willis.
Yeah, yes it is. Just trying to get him in focus. Good old camera. Come that way.
Yeah.
There we go.
It's too.
There he is.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing this evening.
Close-ish.
Finishing Die Hard.
But who are you going to make him look like?
Well, it unsettled me that at one point working on this, he actually just looked like my uncle.
Is it your Uncle Bruce?
Yes. Annoyingly, I can't find. I've got Die Hard. I've got Star Wars, and somewhere
You've got the other one. Where's the
You
other
pull
one?
out a Pee Wee
Can't
Herman
find it.
kid, I'm going to laugh.
I can't. I've got underneath.
Steve
this
is
massive
watching the first
pile of
3
crap
Resident Evil films. So there we go. Yeah.
Is somewhere is Ron Perlman's head. Because who doesn't want Ron Perlman?
I have a random leg.
How do says Colin?
Here we go.
That's not Bruce Willis's leg. I can recognise that.
Yeah. There we go. There's a
There he
bit
is.
of Hellboy
That's
action for you.
His hair colour, is it?
No, it's the grey base colour I put down.
Okay. Little Barkley's in.
I'll
Stupid
finish
in.
him with something.
People are turning up. Fox says, just getting set up, and I'm very quiet, by the way. Everyone else is okay. I did just see a Colin message there about someone said that the others are okay, but I'm quiet. I shall
You're fine on mine.
I shall manoeuvre myself closer to the microphone for some close up action. Is that any better? It sounds a bit louder in my ear hole, but I don't know. So.
To keep the theme going, I'm going to do a little bit of work on Bruce Willis again.
That's Bruce Willis without the hair.
Yeah. I'm not liking this camera position. The light shocking.
I've had to
Sprue
turn
Glue says
most of my
5
lights off, actually. It's too bright.
This is I think it's from Tears of the Sun or something.
I don't know that one.
Don't know, but yeah, it's one of the busts I picked up at.
It was stupid. Said I'm
Telephone.
quiet and the others are loud. I'll be louder. I can talk up a bit if that helps, but it's going to be a while before I get to the bottom to find out if it's made any difference me moving. George is about. Greetings all. Greetings, George. How's the wife? She all right? Because she wasn't very well. She came home from work ill.
Probably a
I hope
hangover.
she's okay. England will probably win 10-0, says Jamie. I don't know about that. I don't think that's ever going to happen. Fox says, lovely to see you on Sunday. Thank you muchly for the gift.
That's all right.
I didn't get a gift. I'm not on her.
I gave him a gift.
No, I meant from Ray.
Oh.
I got a gift from Ray when he mailed it to E-Models when I picked one up from there. Thank you for that. When Fox says getting set up, does that mean it's in the makeup department getting lipsticked? Lipsticked? That's not a real thing, is it? You use lipstick, but it's not lip sticking that you do, because that would just be gluing it together, and I don't think that would work. Not really. They're very loud, and you are quiet. Still, just tell them to be a bit more quiet. Bone says Tears of the Sun was an absolute killer movie. I don't know it.
It's one of the few movies I've watched the start of it. I've watched parts of the middle and I've watched parts of the end, but I've never actually sat through the entire film.
I've never seen any of it. I just wanted this because it was Bruce Willis. And
Carl's in
Yeah.
making models. Hey do, merry do, he says. Very, very festive. I watched this week, because of people moaning at me that I haven't watched it, I've watched Kelly's Heroes.
Oh, I love that film.
I'd never
Really?
seen it before. It's just not one that I don't generally do war films, but I was talked
I can't
into
remember
it,
if I've seen that or not.
so I watched it, and it was all right.
Best war film, though, and I'm sure everyone will agree with me, is Where Eagles Dare.
All right.
Good film. Yeah.
We
No, it's a
have
good film.
another visitor. We have a special princess.
Oh, special princess.
Hello.
Now, I'm going to say I could
Hello,
tell
darling.
from that camera angle it was either going to be Quano Man, but it's not.
Hey, dudes.
Hello.
Hello,
evening,
everybody
Bob.
watching. Good evening, one and all.
Well, the guest quality has taken a tumble since I joined, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
So-
you know, you can't have everything.
Started off high quality, then me and Fox appeared. It's all gone down the toilet.
Yeah. I make no guarantees of, well, anything really.
It's generally the safest option.
Especially if it involves Forge World resin.
Oh, shut up. It's harmless.
Oh,
You
dear.
could show us how difficult it is to glue arms onto a figure.
It might have too many arms. That might be the problem.
It's not difficult to glue arms onto a figure unless you've got 10 figures and 20 arms and no idea which goes with which.
Well,
Well, you
put,
just try
put
one at a
half of
time
them
until
on,
they
and then
work.
you'll realise whether you've got them right or not.
Yeah, but you can't put one arm on because it has to be at a particular angle and height. Otherwise, the other one wouldn't fit. Assuming you can find the other one. You see what I mean?
No.
It's not good.
Did you
You
work
should
out
have gotten to Telford with me. I could have had them built for you in half hour.
I think you would have been doing the swearing as well, dude.
I do the
Jerry?
swearing anyway. Just obviously I won't do it tonight because somebody wants his monetization.
Yes, my 13 pence.
13 whole pence.
Well, it might
Wish
be.
I had
hold on,
13
It might
pence.
not be. It might only be.
Well, in that
11.
case, if he wants his monetization, I'm really going to disappear when my son gets back.
How is everyone?
Yeah, not great actually. I'm feeling a little bit under the weather.
I've been a bit rough since coming back from Telford, but not like sick rough, just kind of tired. And a little bit. I had toothache for the last few days, which was annoying.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with that.
No, it's gone away now.
The only better, I've got a bit of toothache as well.
Yeah.
What
Bit
have you
annoying.
been doing?
Yeah, quite painful. I think I might
Rip it out.
break with screen accuracy. I can't be screwed painting this Bruce Willis in full DPM. I'm just gonna paint him green. Paint his,
Green.
yeah, is
An alien.
that's what he's supposed to look like.
Oh right, okay.
And sod it. I'm not Scott Sutherland. I can't paint camouflage.
Go on, do it in digital camo. Go on, go on.
Oh. Have you told your viewers about the digital camo, or are you saving that for tomorrow?
It's out there. It's a word.
What, the Digi camo? That's awful to paint. I've done it once.
Jerry,
I haven't done it once.
you're saying all the right things at all the right times, mate.
You're gonna love everyone. You're gonna love Chris's premiere tomorrow night at 9 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
I'm
9
in bed
o'clock
by
European
9.
time. I see. That's what I meant.
That's
How long?
obviously what you meant.
How long is it? Is it half an hour?
It's only about a quarter of an hour, I think. 20 minutes.
6 episodes.
So is it 15 minutes of just unadulterated regret and self-loathing?
No, that doesn't happen until the last 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah.
I
Is
did
that when there's some...
pick up a nice stencil to do it, but I've not tried it yet.
I've been told about stencils, but I don't understand how they work when it's not flat.
It's a masking stencil. It's basically just like a masking sheet, and it's pre-laser cut.
But it's not
Like
flat.
magic, basically.
Like, but it's vinyl, so you have to move it around and
Yeah, I'm not
position
sure.
it. The only thing to be aware of is that some vinyl can pull the paint up.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Because when you pull it up, all the paint comes up. Then you know it's the one that pulls the paint up.
Okay, and then you do a different one, yeah?
Yeah.
I have seen some nice gunpla in Digicam before.
Yeah. You can get some fantastic effects. I don't think I'd have the patience to do it. I don't actually like digital camo, I have to be honest.
I think it's
if it's done
really
good,
cool.
it looks good. But
It just makes me think of chavs in hoodie, in puffer jackets and silliness.
well, maybe around your way.
Isn't that just because you're the miserable old man, though?
Yeah, well, partly that as well.
Yeah, I thought so.
Dave at Butcher That Models here. Evening all, he says.
Hello, Dave.
And-
What, Dave?
Stewpot says, don't listen to him, Chris. You'll love it, and you have my full support. Support is all I ever really ask.
He's got my full support. I just reserve the right to spend all the time involved in watching those videos, laughing my ass off.
Paul, you remember when we had
Yes.
this conversation about how you can't actually support someone with Schadenfreude?
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think you'll have fun with it, Chris. I think you'll have a great time
Well, if
with
you
it.
don't, we will.
So someone's going to enjoy it, whatever happens.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're not a true man until you've manually masked off a USS Reliant, so the Aztec pattern. So
And
once you've
Robin
done
Reliant, you say.
then it's just nothing.
Yeah, I've not seen you build a Robin Reliant.
No, a USS Reliant.
But you can call it whatever.
Yeah,
you
it's
like.
the American
It's still got
version.
3 wheels, isn't it?
No. No, that was many, many years ago that I decided to make the Aztec pattern by cutting hundreds of thousands of little tiny pieces of Tamiya tape, and then realised that was probably the worst decision I'd ever made in my entire life.
How many of them did you not remove?
I think in the end I got bored and it went in the bin because I just gave up the will to live with it. It was a big, you're right, it was like that big. It was like 2 foot long. So yeah, I gave up the will to live.
I've just seen the private chat from Fox saying, "Oh, let me in." It doesn't help. I can't see that.
Yeah, I was there for quite a while. It was like,
Yeah, well, I
oh,
was busy with other things and talking to Jerry. So
What you mean? You
Right.
can't see the private chat in the video hangout? That's
I
yeah,
can,
it's
but I
my
have to
first
click on it.
ever attempt at Streamlabs, and
Kind
sitting
of
there
host
waiting,
are you?
going, oh, can I not just join like normal?
No, you can't just join. You have to be invited in, and I can remove you at a moment's notice like this.
You're a cruel man.
Although when I bring you back, you're in a different order as well. You're in a different place.
Yeah, I'm not the butt anymore.
Yeah, you are.
can be. I can just no. Right, I'm going to push us all to the side anyway. I'm going to go and have a look at what people have been posting in the gallery thing.
Ooh,
If I can remember how all the buttons work to do
got
stuff.
the gallery music in my head now. Thank
in
you
there.
very much.
I'd like to do that. You can.
I
you can
hate
sing
you
it quietly
completely.
if you like.
Just is it me, or is it just saying words puts music in Fox's head?
Yep.
Quite
I've
often,
now
yes.
got the theme from Words and Pictures in my head. Thank you.
And nobody said
It's a
anything.
shame. I was hoping it'd be win, lose, or draw.
I don't know that one. Thankfully, being an actual intelligent person, I don't watch quiz shows.
Are you?
Mhm.
Who are you? What have you done with
I
the
don't know.
Fox
It's
win?
all right, in the gross group this week, we have a blue car from James Manning.
Oh yes, it's
I've got the wrong
I
glasses
don't know
on.
what type of car it is, other than blue.
looks like
Middle.
it's Fox, obviously.
Ah,
What?
okay.
Well, you calling me a Porsche?
He's not very close to the edge. We can't push him off.
I don't know if I want to be like I don't know if I want to be a Porsche.
Apparently, I've frozen again. Are we
Oh,
buffering?
good.
Says Stuart.
No,
I don't know. The stream here is apparently okay.
all okay,
I
mine.
don't know. It's obviously there's been weather.
No, you're not frozen at my end, dude. Not on
No.
the big boy stream anyway.
No.
Is it just one person? Because it's probably their broadband then.
Well, Dad
Your
just
end-
messaged
your
me
end is
again, and there are
your end
some
is
things
lovely and
in
unfrozen.
chat to say that buffering is happening.
Oh, we'll freeze on Dad's stream because he falls asleep.
No, other people are saying that as well.
Oh, okay.
We didn't get the info on the blue car. Gemma's just texted me up.
The red car and the blue car had a race.
All they had to
And
do.
now I've got that song stuck in my head. Thank you, Bob.
all Red told you. All Red wants to do is stuff his face. He eats everything he sees.
And
from
then he
rocks
does
to
big
prickly
weed.
trees.
That's the Milky Way one, isn't it? Yeah.
But
Yes.
smart old blue, he took the Milky Way.
Apparently, it's better now. So I'll carry on. We didn't really have any details about the blue car. It was a car. It was blue. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
if
as
anyone
far
in
as we
chat
got.
would like to tell us what flavour car that is, that would be appreciated.
Yeah, I'll go back to it. I'll give you a couple of different views of it. It's that one.
That's a
and that one.
Scooby. I'm sure it's a Scooby.
It
It
might
could
be.
be a Sky.
Yeah.
It might be a Skyline. I'm not sure.
I'm just thinking that grill looks like it's got what should be the Subaru logo in the middle of it.
No, the grill looks like sort of Chav body kit that's been bought to Halfords and stuck on the front. Though.
I don't.
Yeah.
But yes, it's definitely yeah. Nissan Skyline says no man.
Oh, Nissan Skylanders, yes.
R34.
Skylanders.
Yeah.
This on Skyrim. Cool.
Skyrim.
Aye.
I got my shout wrong. God damn it.
Foolish
Right.
robot.
Oh, this was Spiddy saying he's not going to make it to Telford because getting a train would have cost him £438.
Nothing.
Yeah, I know.
Are we
It's
not-
ridiculous from up here at the moment on the train.
Are we not worth it?
And I think that was both ways. It wasn't just one way down. So
I'm going to have to leave you for a moment because I have to go and put some sugar in my tea because Mama Fox made me a brew and she's not putting any sugar in it.
Oh,
And it is just
Baby.
she's trying
it
to
is
make
just
you lose
vile.
weight.
so. Give me a minute. I've just
Well, I
got
have
to
to
try.
say, in the next for next year. If he wants to go down, I'm heading down there so he can.
I come back.
Go on, bugger off.
How
Right, when he
far
comes
up
back,
are
we'll
you,
pretend
though?
he's on mute, yeah?
How far up are you, Jerry?
Oh, I'm in Edinburgh. I'm still a fair way from him. He's still a good few hours
but
away
it's-
from me.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure it out. When we get close to,
It's a lot
you
easier.
know,
I'm definitely going next year. I've already sort of done that. I just couldn't
planned it.
get
I think it's a
around.
little bit earlier. I think it's like the 7th and the 8th or something, if I remember correctly. But
Basically, it's the same. It's the same weekend, isn't it? Effectively.
it's
It
always like
usually
the
always
first
is.
weekend.
I just haven't had a chance to get down for the past 2 years. So with I've had other commitments at the same time, but I've sort of renewed my IPMS membership, so you get that free entry. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
but did you renew it before or after? If you renewed it before this year's, then it'll expire again.
I am returned.
Quanoman's been playing with a spare head for the 3PO kit to make one of his evil twins.
Oh, yeah.
He's reprogrammed by Darth Maul, also known as Mr. Hornyhead from Fox's most favouriteest movie ever.
I know nothing of such things. I like the frowny face on it. It's quite good.
I'm not sure about the blue band-aid. I don't know. Yeah,
Is Fox
doesn't look
back
very
yet?
sci-fi.
I can see his cup of tea, but I can't hear him.
Yes, you can hear me.
He
Let
didn't
the
actually go
swearing
anywhere. He's
Blah, blah,
still-
blah.
he's
Yes,
still
you
around,
can hear me.
yeah.
I'm sure you can.
Steve Mundy has been scratch building again, obviously. He's building a hanger diorama thing. I think there's got a couple of pictures of that up. This was the loader thing that we saw last week.
He's been building a diorama of the Hanger Lane gyrator.
I don't even, I know what those words all mean individually, but
I'll be right back.
All right.
oh, have you got no
Fair
sugar in your tea either?
Enjoy your poo.
Ooh, big poo time.
Quanoman's been doing TIE fighter, TIE bombery things, something to do with TIEs.
Darth Vader's TIE Fighter.
It
Like
might be.
good. You like shirt?
And we're back to Steve's hangar, which is coming together now. It's really looking like a hangar, although it's
That's
made up
given-
of bits of nothing.
That letters tray is giving me flashbacks to my civil service days.
You didn't keep A-wings in yours, though.
No, nothing is cool. Sadly, I had
Yeah,
driving
once that's
test
covered in
applications. It
primer.
wasn't that much fun.
That's going to be quite impressive.
Mm.
And we're back to the tyres. And Eric has been doing his train,
All right.
Yeah, Trey.
nicely weathered.
Did everybody see the story that's been doing the rounds in the Railway Modeler? Their article about Rod Stewart's,
Oh, my dad. Yeah.
yeah, Rod Stewart's train diorama that he's been building for 30 years.
Yeah.
Most impressive.
Yes, it's
I like
quite-
the
quite
idea
large.
that they're saying it's finished when we all know damn well
No.
that stuff's never finished.
Well,
the
he's
funny thing-
saying it's nearly finished. I think that's the theory.
The funny thing was, I was looking at the pictures on the interwebs, and like when you're scrolling down the page, the first thing you see is the skyline and the sunset, and you're like, "That's a photograph of a city." Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Apparently, it fills the third floor of his Manhattan whatever.
Mansion.
It's like what?
Why not?
Yeah, if you've got the room and the money, and obviously he has.
Yeah, nice subtle weathering on that bit of rolling stock there.
And I'm back.
There's a group of people at Telford
Yeah, I don't know what pose I'm trying to put. I'm kind of halfway through a pose there.
halfway through. No, you're always blurry.
And can I just point out, it's not that my belly sticks out that far. I had a puffin in my pocket.
Yeah.
100 stickers in the other.
I bet.
I'm quite happy. My wife brought me ice cream cake.
Oh, that's always good.
Ooh,
Not
for some
yours.
stickers.
do we not get any?
Nope.
Nope,
I've
you
got
don't get
cheesecake. I've got cheesecake downstairs.
Ice cream
Uh,
cake.
Shut
any.
up,
To Steve's diorama thing.
you and your cake.
I can't tell what any of these. I know that's some sort of fuse thing there, but I don't know what. the rest of it is.
I don't recognise anything off the top of my head. Apart from a tank wheel, that little green tank wheel that's been filled in.
It's
The only thing I
something-
recognise off the
something.
top of your head is hair.
Hey!
That's Warhammer. That's Warhammer. That one.
That's not Warhammer.
It is. It's got the,
No.
the Quilla thing in
No,
it.
that's not.
No, that's not Warhammer.
It is.
It's far too shit. Not very good to be Warhammer.
You can see it's got,
Yay,
it's got the
monetization.
eagle thing on it.
You know that could be a German eagle.
That's the German eagle.
No.
Warhammer's never done mushroom coloured plastic.
He might have painted it.
Yeah.
Mushrooms.
Obviously 3D printed.
That's Star Wars, yeah, ish.
Eric's
That's Warhammer.
went shopping.
Ooh.
Is that the easy to build one?
The Primaris one is, yeah.
Yeah.
I found myself today, it's really bad. I found myself looking at that new Sisters of Battle limited box set and thinking, I should really pre-order that. But I don't even want the Sisters of Battle. I've got no desire to build them. And it's like, God, I'm falling for the hype, you need to get it because it'll run out of stock instantly. No.
Steve says
and then they'll restock. And
Steve says it's bits from a Primaris repulsor.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
Fair enough.
that's
I
mine.
understand.
And the bus that I got from Telford last year, or the year before, I can't remember. It certainly
Last
wasn't this
year.
year. It was last year, was it?
yeah,
Yeah, sounds about right. I thought I'd really better get started with it, so I put some chrome down on it and some blood.
Yeah, you painted the easy bits.
Yeah, well, I thought when you're normally doing these bus things, apparently you start with like the skin and work your way out. There's like hair and clothes and stuff like that. So I figured you start underneath the skin when you're doing something like this.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, get the easy bits done first.
So I get that done, and then it started, and then I've got to find out what colour eye he's got, and then paint his face, and then finish the owl. Yeah.
Finish the owl. Yeah.
George is making steady progress on his Aussie arch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it doesn't look like an ostrich to me.
Looking good.
Just needs to paint up the rest of his army similar. Has he got an arm missing, or is that just how he should be?
I think he's not got the front end of it stuck on yet, I don't think.
No, I think it's missing a shield arm.
Yeah, it's a shield arm.
Is there more?
Yeah, there's a forearm with the shield on it. You keep them separate so you can paint inside the shield.
He's got 4 arms.
Forearms. I do like this kind of
Or
80s,
candle?
the 80s vibe that George is getting with his pinks and his blues. I do like it.
Yeah, there's a very strong shell suit, CNA shell suit vibe going on, isn't there?
Yeah. See, I've just got the theme tune to the 8-Bit Guys videos in my head now. It's just great.
He has a big shield, yes, says George.
I have to admit, Butcher, that model, I do prefer the normal Redemptor Dreadnought compared to the easy to build one, just because it comes with the plasma.
Plasma. Is it in the 40-watt range?
Don't cross the streams.
I've got it.
More
Yeah,
time.
it's 10 watt. It's energy.
Right,
efficient.
man. It looking like it's almost finished now. It's unusual to see bits of chrome on it, but it looks good.
Yeah, it works, doesn't it?
Arnold Schwarzenegger's eyes are blue, by the way, Chris.
Are they blue? I
just
found
hadn't
a
looked
picture.
for
It looked more greeny, but you know,
Oh,
Well,
it's
you
the red
know,
it's the red gobbo.
it's
Yeah.
the red gobbo from
The red
Dad.
gobbo.
Yes.
I've been meaning to pick one of those up, actually, but I just haven't had a chance yet.
I'm not sure what you actually play the red gobbo as in your game though, because you're supposed to be like the leader of the breakaway grot factions, but you don't play as just grots. So
They're just for fun. There's like a birthday one, which is a Space Marine dwarf. It's like an Age of Sigmar dwarf, but in Space Marine armor. I've got
like
it.
a squat.
Awesome.
I don't think they're meant to be played. I think they're just meant to be for fun.
I think
these
they're
things.
just sort of
Yeah.
collectible things rather than
But I like the idea
Oh,
that
yeah,
he's like the head dude of the breakaway grot factions that try to rebel against the Orc.
Talking about head dude. Bullshot dude's head.
Die Hard.
Yeah, it's moonlighting.
Now I have a random head on a stick.
Now I've got a moonlighting theme on my head. God damn it!
I don't know. I don't, because I've got no. Maybe you think of Hudson.
Somewhat mighty.
Yeah, I was going to say it's not moonlighting. It is Hudson Hawk.
Some
Yeah,
crazy fools
he's got less hair than moonlighting. Yeah.
some crazy fools making a Psycho Gundam.
Is that what that is?
A Psycho Zaku, sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that is a nightmare. Yes,
Yeah, not a nightmare. It's a beautiful
like that,
kit, but it's just like it's a nightmare for you'll be there for months.
Well, it looks like it's almost done.
It is awesome. No, you've got a lot to do.
Is there more?
Yeah, you've got like all the backpack. Oh no, actually, it's on there. I just couldn't see it.
No,
It's that big that it's going out of focus.
Yeah, it's about 2 foot long.
now, if they were building the Neo Xeon, I think it is,
Yeah,
the
it's
one
got
where
like 5.
Shinaju goes into, that's mental.
Yeah, it's only got about 10 parts though. It's not that big. It's not that
No,
complex.
it's got a lot more
You
than
mean-
10 parts.
No, I know, but it's not as complex as the. No, not that one. The one that's like 6 foot tall and.
Yeah, I know, but I know this is only the SD one, but I can't. fit-
Yes,
you can't
that is
actually
the-
fit
this is the Neo Xeon.
on the camera.
yeah.
Or the 1 to 100 scale Dendrobium kit.
Yeah.
That one was mental.
Wait, I thought that was an HG as well.
No, there is actually a master grade Dendrobium kit.
Really? That'd be like the size of a car.
It's
I don't know what these
literally
things are.
about the size of like 4 foot long. With
Yeah.
Oh,
the
there you
cats.
go. There's a better picture of it.
Yeah, it's
I
insane.
do have a very
in the
small
membrane.
Dendrobium kit.
Does he actually walk around with it?
No, it's spacey flying times. That's all
Hmm.
fuel tanks and extra. Because of course he's carrying like 4 spare Panzerfausts. Because
Okay.
rather than carry lots of ammo, just carry like 6 grenade launchers. 6
It's
rocket
quicker to
launchers.
use then than change
Yeah.
reload.
Damn straight.
If you actually build the full armor Thunderbolt Gundam, that's just as bad because it's like what was it, 8 shields or something like that.
45 shields, I think. 4 arm, 4 handles.
Fork handles.
4 handles.
Colin is in the chat. He says fork handles.
4 handles. Hey, Colin. We'll let you be in the chat this time.
Yeah, you're allowed to be in the chat today.
It's
Unless you
super
want to come on camera, then you can be not in
It's
the chat.
super impressive. I wouldn't like to actually have to paint that.
Damn.
I'd never do that because I never even finished the full armor the full armor unicorn, so I'd never finish
Yes.
that.
And thank you. I now have swinging on a star stuck in my head.
Well, I didn't do that. That's nothing to do. I don't even know what that is. Oh shit! No. Oh yes, I do.
If
Oh,
you're watching Hudson Hawk.
And there goes monetization.
Yeah, can I just point out that shockingly, it's not me who's ruined your monetization, but it's actually Fox who's done the swears more than once.
Yeah,
can I just say that if you do get that it may not be suitable, you just say actually it is, and they go okay. So I
they
wouldn't worry
say you shouldn't say okay it is unless you've got enough 1,000 views in a week or something. Or
No. If you get a thing that says may not be suitable, and you get the little yellow monetization, you're allowed to click a thing that says I think it is monetizable actually, and they go we'll review it manually, and then they always go yeah okay.
okay.
I've never
Because they're not going to go through for 47 minutes just to find you saying shit.
Well, that's
Yeah.
what they say. They say you should only click that button and say manually review it if you've had like 10,000 views in the last week or something. It's one of these things that we're not going to bother messing around with the piddly little people.
I've never read that. I just do it and they usually get it. It usually monetizes within a day.
To be honest, I might ruin it in a minute, but with Snowman's car moment, it is effing November.
How's everyone's Christmas shopping going? He says.
You're
Not
lucky
at all.
I'm not.
You're allowed to do
Directly
Christmas
in the
shopping
chat,
now. That's
like
all right.
Daniel.
November's okay.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, Christmas shopping takes ages, so I can kind of forgive people starting it in November.
The rule in my house is nobody's allowed to talk about Christmas until after my birthday, which is early September. So it's pretty much fair go after that.
Yeah, unless it's the start of December, I don't care. It's just taboo in my house.
See, my best way to do Christmas is that everybody gets bugger all from me, so just don't spend anything.
Well, I've got you Odo for Christmas. So
You did, that'll do. You don't get anything back, but thank you very much.
you should paint him now.
Hey,
Paint him now. Go on, get to work.
no, he's stored away in a safe place.
You've
Oh, the
lost it.
bin.
You've lost
No,
it
not-
already.
Not the bin. He's gone into the great storage pile in the front room. I think I've actually maxed out the front room now for storage.
Oh, Cynical Steve, nobody should mention the C word. I think we mean Christmas until my birthday, which is December the 25th. That's
Are
a
you
nasty birthday
Jesus?
to have.
Is he baby Jeebus?
I feel sorry for that. Why aren't you called Noel or something? That'd be much.
Well, I do feel sorry for kids that are literally born on Christmas. It's like the biggest anticlimax.
Yeah. Isaac Newton was born on Christmas Day.
Was he?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and what did he ever do?
He invented the Choco Leibniz biscuit,
Oh yeah, the bane of every petrol station ever.
and he was the guy who invented apples as well.
He created Apple, the computers.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry,
why it's called Isaac.
People that buy like those kind of unknown brand chocolates at petrol stations, they're just not good people.
Yeah, if any of you got the Choco Leibniz joke, please explain it in chat, because I doubt any of you did.
Oh, I didn't get it. I was going along.
I
with it.
wasn't listening, so
No, fair enough.
It's like Lindt. Nobody ever buys Lindt chocolate unless they're in a petrol station and desperate.
or if they're half price.
No, Lint's quite popular in certain places.
Petrol stations, yeah.
I bought a supposedly American chunky Kit Kat in a petrol station earlier in the week.
Oh, yeah.
American.
Raspberry and hazelnut flavour, and it had like a raspberry slop in it.
Did it taste like absolute drivel?
No, it was actually really quite good.
So not American then.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was what back when
right.
it was in a section that said we have American stuff. Like
I've still got some of the green tea ones, but that's about as much as I've got at the moment.
They're hot in Japan, those aren't they?
The green
Green
tea
tea
ones
one.
are actually really nice.
Yeah, I've had them. They are because someone of my followers sent me some from the Japans.
there's apparently, I don't know if it was a special edition or if it's actually a thing that's regularly available. There was a hot dog flavored one.
What Kit Kat?
Yeah,
That's just-
Pretty much any flavor in Japan. They like over here we have Kit Kat flavor.
yeah.
In Japan they have 3,000 different flavors. I don't
Yep.
know why they get all the love and we don't. What flavor do we
They're
get?
incredibly popular over there because of reasons.
Because they've got more than one flavor.
We have got white chocolate Twix now
Yeah, nobody eats white chocolate.
though.
I had a
Yeah.
Lion bar earlier.
Orange as well,
Right.
because apparently you can't get those for love nor money at the moment.
Really
Yeah,
strange.
it's an orange flavour twirl, and apparently it's really nice. But you,
That does sound good, but I do rather like orange chocolate.
I'm pretty sure that white chocolate's only eaten by like murderers and politicians and weird people.
I like white chocolate.
hey,
So, exactly.
I've got Twix in the other room. I can't swear at you.
Osric's here. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Osric.
George says that wasn't American. If it tasted quite nice. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, he should know.
Do you know why I love George so much? Because he actually always agrees when we take the mickey out of Americans. He totally agrees with us all the time.
It's because he's not American. He's a Polynesian. He's nice.
That means he's got lots of sides.
Yes.
He's like a 1d20 in human form.
Oh yeah, we go. Now
George, roll for initiative.
George's
Oh, he hurt
new
my knee. Every time George rolls for initiative, he hurts his knee.
henceforth, George, your nickname is D20.
Dave says that his mum's birthday was on Christmas Day and his wife's is New Year's Day. Not daft. I can't forget. Yeah, we've got a friend that's birthday's New Year's Day.
Yeah, we don't forget him. We love him.
No, my friend's birthday is New Year's Eve, which is worse. No, 30th, sorry.
Yeah, I've got a friend whose birthday's New Year's Eve, and he's
But it's
40 this year, and he's quite miserable about it.
Yeah, so does our friend, because she says everybody's done all the going out and getting drunk the night after.
Yeah.
And can't afford it.
It's my mate. It's my mate Greg, Chris, who we do
All right,
the
yeah.
Xboxes with.
Steve says, what annoyed me is that I'd get one present for both, but my older brother, who they obviously loved more, got two. His birthday was New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah, but there were different days,
He's not bitter and twisted about it.
and
Obviously.
obviously, yes, they loved him more because
Who gets one present at Christmas? That's rubbish. Like, as a kid.
Was it always about the number of presents? Doesn't matter what was in them. It's just the number.
No, it was about the quantity and the quality was always important. Christmas stopped being fun when it got to the point where you didn't get toys anymore. It was like, yeah, it's
why
boring
did that
now.
happen?
I don't know. When I was about 22, 23.
You're doing it wrong then. I still get toys.
well, we'll see. We'll see what Chris is getting from me for Christmas tomorrow night at 8:00 live on his channel.
Yeah, it's there.
You see him advertising there. Always beeping.
It's that box that's behind me, and it's menacing. It's looming.
Can you hear it
Even laying
muttering?
down, it's looming.
Looming. It's also from George. It's from our dear friend D20.
Yeah.
we clubbed together to bring glory and happiness to your viewers,
Yeah.
but not to you.
I'm actually jealous because I've not got a chance to make mine yet. I won't be able to touch mine for ages.
You need to start.
Oh,
doing
you mean the
quicker.
pain blade?
Yeah. But then again, you see, what I'll be able to do is, as I always do, watch Chris do his, and then anything that he has trouble with, I'll know to avoid in mine. Or what?
Like,
I'll know
yeah,
how-
everything.
Or no, what you'll do is you'll start the Bane Blade just after Chris has started his, and then steal all the viewers.
Well, that's an idea. Nah, you're safe. You're safe, Chris.
Together for mine.
You're safe, Chris. I've got a Falcon to do yet.
Yeah.
I've been working on stuff for my Iron Hands, actually, the Predator and the Repulsor and Storm Talon, I think.
Storm Talon.
I don't know what any of those words were.
I've been magnetizing all my guns.
Oh,
You should
should
make
do that.
those your sponsors, Chris.
do they stick to the fridge now?
Yeah.
All right, that's the autocannon.
See, there you go. You can now Warhammer up your fridge.
And that's the last cannon.
Lazes.
Last cannon. What's that
across the
for? The
universe.
I have a
Predator or
fully magnetized Redemptor as well, which is including the little guns on the underarm, which was horrible to do.
The
See, I want
deodorant
to-
gun.
I'm torn because part of me wants to do my Baneblade magnetized so I can have all 8 tanks in one, but part of me just cannot be asked. Just
In
wants to
all
build the
fairness,
damn thing.
it's a lot of work to magnetize the Octo Bane.
Octoblade. I just can't be bothered. I just want to get it. I just want to paint it. I don't care about the building. So I might just have to buy 8 Baneblades.
You really should change your channel name, shouldn't you? To Model
To what?
Painting Guru.
No, because there is some buildy.
Yeah, but not if it's got arms.
No, because when I show you how to build, I show you damn well.
Do you know?
I may not be a builder, but when I do build, I build damn fine. No, nah.
I don't know what that is either.
What we're looking
That's
at?
a tank.
It's tank.
Is that lots of Forge World add-on bits?
Nope.
Really?
Yep.
What is it?
It's an MFD. No, it's not. It's not MFD. It's an MDF add-on kit.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I know what you mean.
Actually made right. So is that actually made of MDF, or is it just MDF being a brand
No,
name?
it actually is armored kitchen units. Literally.
Wicked.
It basically is a Rhino with a MDF body kit on it.
Yeah. They got those two camp guys from BBC to come and do it over.
Lawrence Llewellyn Bowen and the other one.
No, the ones that come into your house and do it over and do everything in MDF all the time.
And
I remember once I had to sit and suffer this program because my girlfriend at the time was obviously had no taste at all and was a complete mouth breathing moron.
Must bite tongue.
No,
Right.
feel free. But yeah, anyway, so I had to sit and suffer this, and it was these 2 guys who go into your house and they do it up, and it'd always be like a surprise at the end, surprise reveal, and it was like absolute nonsense TV. But I was watching it. She watched a few of them, and I'm like,
and a hat.
and I don't know, I was like, they're doing the same thing every time. This is ridiculous. And then it got to the point where they go in, they do some MDF nonsense and paint it pink and put some dangly chandelier, plasticky, cheap, crappy things on the lights on the ceiling to make them look like chandeliers. And I'm like, they've done this 3 times now. And then the next program, the last one I saw, was where they went into this house in Wales. And it was basically an old house.
Why would they do that?
Well, it was this somebody had written in and said, can you do this? But basically, it's an old guy who used to work in the mines and his son, who's in his 50s. So they're basically big, old, sort of hardcore Welsh miners. And they went into this house, and it's an old Welsh cottage. And they went into this house, and you know what they did? They did the MDF units, all painted nice bright pinks, and they made chandeliers out of the... I mean, they literally were buying cheap, crappy, fake plastic crystals from the craft shop.
Are you
and
sure
gluing
you're
them.
not watching the same episode several times?
No, but
Yeah.
no, I really swear it was this. And they went in and they did all this in this house, and these 2 like big beefy biker type old Welsh miners came in, and the faces, I can't show you, but the faces were like, and they were like, oh, so what do you think? And they were like,
Stuart says Colin and Justin were their names, the designers.
I don't know. They were rubbish because they were just, all they ever did was paint things pink, make things out of MDF, and put dangly things on the big light, basically.
I don't know. Sometimes a lot of dangly things are quite nice.
But you just know after a month later, they'd all fall apart.
Yeah.
And it's I love the idea that they thought that 2 big, fat, old Welsh middle-aged miners would love pink and chandeliers. It's like, really?
Well, you never know.
Yeah, so the
Is that
miners
the
were
one where
not...
they come back 6 months later and find it's all been put back how it was.
Yeah. I suspect the miners had it changed pretty quickly. It basically looked like the inside of an old working man's pub before they got their hands on it, and then it looked like a boudoir afterwards. It was like, oh, good God.
TK's in. Evening, TK.
Hello.
Hello.
Yay, Teeks.
Tikatron.
The Teak Meister.
No. To answer your earlier question, or to add to your earlier question, I do have some Forge Worldy stuff in the other room. The Leviathan,
Nice.
which is nice.
That just actually cut out as you're saying that, so clearly my computer doesn't want me to know about Forge World.
It was
No, that must
something
be
about a Leviathan.
Leviathan Dreadnought.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
The big beefy Dreadnought.
not a huge one.
No, you're
It's
thinking
like
of that. You're
6 foot
thinking of
across,
Titans, Chris.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not. It's one of the biggest Dreadnoughts.
Is that the big stompy robots?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dreadnought's the coffin with legs.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, it's about the same size as a Redemptor, actually. I would say.
Chris is like, I don't know what
I
I'm
don't know
talking
what
about.
that is either, so it doesn't help.
That's the Redemptor.
Oh, right. I was thinking huge. Okay.
Well, it's compared to the size of a rice.
Yeah, I suppose, but I was thinking, small puppy.
It depends on the rice.
Sorry, it's really bad light there. Yeah. That's
They
the
won't
easy
like
to
that, it's
build one.
blue.
I've got, all the easy to build stuff is usually blue.
Of course it is.
Yeah, 'cause it's on that special plastic in it.
Well, it's designed to be. You want to build ultramarines, clearly, the blue plastic. Boo.
Osric says Chris looks baffled, but still game. Pretty much, yeah. Baffled is my default look when they're talking about this sort of stuff.
Yeah, like when we talk about Gunpla. Yeah, pretty much the same.
It's that glazed look that just sort of. Eric says Chris looks clueless as usual. Yeah, that's about right as well. Yeah,
Harsh,
even
but
when
fair.
you're not talking about this sort of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you're talking about if he looks clueless.
Have you painted anything today, Paul, or are you just showing stuff off?
I've done a little bit of painting.
Have you? I wasn't really watching.
Well, like I say, pretty much finished old Brucey's bonds. Need to do a little bit of work on the hair.
Hair time. What's on your bench, Chris?
Nothing.
Nothing. Are you having your little hiatus?
Yep. Well, I've got the Terminator bust, which I dug out.
Oh yeah.
Which I put the picture up. I've got the two planes that I built last week or the week before, but I'm not doing them anymore. I've got the weird knob ready to go on Sunday. So
That just
Sun-
instantly
Sunday's
turns
gonna be
Mario
weird knob
mode on in me and Paul, doesn't it? Speaking of which, did you watch the Glove and Boots video that went up today?
I haven't yet, no.
It's not actually funny at all, and it's a joke that goes on for too long.
Yeah. Stuart has a painty question. So while Fox is here, what's everyone's primers? I've been using GW primer and buying a lot of Vallejo paints now.
Bosh, there we go. UMP.
There you go. UMP is the way to go around here.
There you go. UMP.
There you go. UMP.
UMP. Jerry, just say UMP. He's not listening.
No,
Jerry, just say.
No, that's the wrong one. No.
I've got UMP.
Yeah, just hold up UMP.
Yep, there you go. That's the right one. That's the correct answer. UMP. There you go.
Yeah,
But in all fairness, one of the better ones I've had is
Halfords.
UMP. Is it Vallejo?
if you haven't got an airbrush,
you're stuck on rattle cans anyway.
No, to be honest, I actually with the busts and stuff. I brush paint an awful lot of primer
And
because I
I've got
can.
some Tamiya stuff somewhere around here.
you can actually brush the UMP stuff. It's quite good. But also,
Yeah.
who was it? This dude. Who was
It's a bit separated, but
who was the question from?
Stuart Hislop.
Oh,
Doesn't say what he's painting.
yeah. If you're only able to use rattle cans, then Citadel is fine if a bit expensive. To me, is really kind of the best. But again, not cheap. But our typical Halford stuff. If you're buying stuff from like Halford or something, just make sure it says primer on the tin and not
it's not just
anything.
paint.
If it doesn't say primer and it doesn't say sandable, don't buy it.
You can get the grey primer for plastics, but I just tend to use the normal one.
Just be careful because a lot of things you get in the auto body shops that are labeled as primers, they're not actually primers. They're just paint. So it needs to say primer and it must say sandable on it somewhere. Because if you buy a primer that's not sandable, good luck with that.
And
If you're stuck on
for big sort of like MDF stuff that needs to be silver,
All right.
and obviously that's for all the models that are silver.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, if you're stuck with rattle cans, then yeah, Halford stuff is fine. GW stuff is really good. To me, rattle cans, of all the ones I've used, are absolute best because they're durable and super thin. But if you've got an airbrush, just get UMP / Badger Steinal Res / Ammo One Shot. Don't ever use Vallejo primers. Not ever.
Well, you can, but it's
He's trying to
basically
cut his fingers off, won't it?
Hey,
He's
what?
trying to cut his fingers off. Just watching.
Oh, yeah, I'm
I've always found that as a touchy subject with the Vallejo because I've heard so many stories. I've had so many bad shows with it. Yeah, I know people that will use it solidly because they've never had an issue with it.
I think if you're using it on minis where you're going to be brush painting over the top, you'll probably be fine because you're not tending to do any sanding. But if you're not putting on. Hey?
I've had the primer card come up from a lot of the models that I ever tried it on, and for me, it never really worked.
No, because I've used Vallejo primer and I stopped using it because A, it doesn't work as a primer because it comes off. B, it's not sandable, and C, it's just pants. So I don't know how people that use it and get away with it are actually.
No,
I think you have to get it exactly right for it to work, and that's the difficult bit. Is if it's like having a car. If your car requires like 10 minutes of pre-flight checks before you get the engine started, do you want to buy a different car?
Well, unless it's your Land Rover, in which case you want that.
There literally are pre-flight checks. But that's the thing. It's more convenience. It's like, would you ride a bike if you had to assemble the bike every time? No, you wouldn't. So Vallejo primers. There
are people who buy those silly little folding bikes.
Yeah, you can fold those, but you know what I mean. It was a literal.
No, I'm just being deliberately facetious. You know that.
You deliberate facetious person. Yeah, I hear people saying, well, I use it and I put it on this PSI with this particular thinning ratio, and then I left it for 24 hours and I did it for 48 hours. And it's like, yeah, so you had to get an exact thinning ratio and an exact PSI and be really careful. Whereas I just got this UMP stuff and blapped it on like a mouth-breathing moron, and it came up beautiful. Thank you very much.
Like a mouth.
It's like what PSI do you use? No idea. Did you thin it? Nope.
What PSI do you use? Airbrush.
Yeah.
In the spirit of fun and joy, I'm going to brush paint Morgan Freeman.
Going to brush paint what?
Morgan Freeman in primer.
Nope, Fox is gone.
Yay!
I didn't do it.
Sorry, did I say that out loud?
Is that because you're brush painting? And
yeah, I've driven him away.
You should not ask him about the PSI. It's a touchy subject.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I can see something there, Paul. Where's that primer? Wait, what?
I know. It was just for Fox.
But
what is that? You happy now? There we go.
I think he wanted your spot on bottom left. I think that's what it was.
I don't know what happened to me. I went away.
You went away because Paul was doing priming and he wasn't using his palette.
You went away? What?
Yeah.
Paul's priming, but he's not using his palette.
Yeah, that is one of the good things about that UMP stuff. It's brushable, which is quite nice.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends what you're building. If you're making a miniature or something like that, it doesn't really matter if you brush it or airbrush it because you're not looking for a smooth finish. If you're making something like a gunpla or something that's going to be high detail, or really small scale, let's say you want a thin paint job, then you're not really going to be brushing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where I obviously wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Brush painting this primer on, but
like miniatures and stuff, you're fine. You're fine.
Yeah.
But UMP is quite
literally just a keying coat, just so I can get.
Stuart says thanks all.
Of course, we are assuming that Stuart is in the UK with a name like Stuart Hislop. I'd suspect so, but just in case anybody's watching who isn't, the UMP primer is also called Badger Steinmal Res, and it's also called Ammo by MIG One Shot Primer. Three different names. It's all the same stuff.
TK says never had an issue with Vallejo primer, but it takes a long time to cure.
Banned.
That in itself is an issue as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. Here's the 3 rules of primer. It should be quick. It should be very smooth and dry perfectly and not clog details. I hate saying that phrase.
Shouldn't it?
And 3, it should be sandable. Vallejo is none of those.
Zesta's worried that the primer liberation front have kidnapped Fox when you disappeared. So they
Trust me, I'm already on Vallejo's poop list. That's the thing. I like all their other products. Just the primer is absolute garbage.
It's fantastic.
And you think after like 7 or 8 years of people saying their primer is garbage, they would have kind of done something. But then again, they probably still sell enough of it that they don't care.
But maybe they don't think it's garbage. Maybe they know how to use it properly.
Yeah, but that's like, that's what I was saying, though, isn't it? Why would you ride a bike if you had to assemble the bike from scratch every time? Oh,
Well, equally, why would you buy MIG paints if they're given how much of a ball like they are to use? You
I
know?
don't. All mine were free.
In general,
All the ones I didn't pay for any of mine. But yeah, that's another thing whereby they're not quite as finicky. It's just don't black them on in thick coats, but it's not quite the Vallejo primer scenario. We've got to pray 3 times a day to the gods of primers, get the mixing right, get them. It's just make sure you use thin coats. So it's still they're not first timer paints, but
first time a primer.
I was just trying not to say that. That's why I tripped a little bit. But yeah, they're not as bad as the Vallejo primers, which are just garbage. Because when it comes to painting, I want to take a lot of time doing the paint job because that's where all the creativity is. Primer is purely utility. Nobody's ever going to see it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be pretty. I don't want to spend more time than I need to doing primer. If I can do an entire prime job in a day, or have to fart around and spend a week doing it with Vallejo, I'm going to do it in a day. I just want to get it on and move on. Yeah. What's everybody having for dinner?
I had sausage and chips.
Ooh.
I had a very disappointing burger.
Is that because you made it?
No, we ordered in.
Oh, where'd you get it from?
I don't remember. It was one of these Just Eat things that
Oh.
Katie ordered, so we won't be using them again.
No.
Yeah, well, find out who it is and let me know so I don't use them.
Okay.
Yeah. That's why he was asking.
Yeah, I wasn't just generally making polite conversation. I was actually making.
It was a chip shop type place, but yeah.
Okay.
We had the Chinese. I've been trying all the different. I always have Japanese beef udon, but I've been trying. I tried chicken last week, and this week I tried the pork. It's quite pleasant.
Try Young Chow udon. That's quite nice.
Young Chow.
Whatever you had, it wasn't spicy enough, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, probably not.
Singapore, get a Singapore fried rice or a Singapore fried noodles.
Yeah, I like me udon. Udon. Big fat noodles.
You're a big fat noodle.
Ginormous wormage.
Oh, because it's cold, we're having a lot more of the hot pots at the moment. So
Yeah.
Northern food.
What slow cooked hot pot stuff?
no, it's basically like a big sort of fondue type thing. You got a big pot of soup base on a camping stove on the table in front of you. It's usually broken into 2, so you can have like a hot and spicy, and then a normal, and then you basically just have all your ingredients around the outside, and you put it in and cook it in it, and then just take it out. So we had. It's a lot like the photos I posted a little while ago on.
Oh yeah, yeah.
A while ago.
I'm really hungry now.
It sounds a bit like
Happiness.
there's a particular thing where you basically effectively cook the meat in a soup.
Yeah, you just basically lump everything into it, like prawns, fish, meat.
Is it what the Americans would call a potluck?
No, not really.
Yeah.
Do a Google search for Chinese hot pot.
Oh, Chinese hot pot. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you meant Chinese hot pot. I know what you mean then. Yes.
A lot of people seem to be having fish and chips. Osric's got fish and chips.
I cracked browns, but that was because I couldn't find anything else in the freezer.
TK, some way too spicy Mexican dish. Not having that anymore. It's probably not spicy enough for Paul. Stuart, fish and chips tonight. Steve, chicken curry, probably similar to Madras, but I make my own, so I can't say for certain. Snowman, Chinese takeaway, but only had wonton soup and banana fritters.
I have just eaten today before my noodles. I had wonton soup.
Not the same one.
Not the same exact bowl of soup. No, that would be weird.
Right, I'm going to wrap it up early this week because I'm not.
Oh, really?
I think I'm going to have an early night.
Are you gonna? Have you got Angerm?
I might have Angerm. Yeah.
I think he's just trying to get out doing the Baneblade on Sunday.
Well, no, I'm not going to do that on Sunday anyway. So there you go.
Why not?
Well, that wasn't an option on the vote.
No,
I did
Baneblade is a ongoing video build.
Oh, it's a
not gonna be
standalone,
live
isn't it?
stream
That's
thing,
right.
so,
That's right.
no.
I did badge you to do that, didn't I?
You did. So yeah,
I did.
no.
Yeah, it was your idea, Fox.
That's
Yes,
true.
exactly. But you forgot
I don't
because
listen
it
to
happened
myself.
more than 10 seconds ago. So yeah.
None of us do.
Right. So yes, thank you all for joining me this evening.
all right.
Don't forget tomorrow at 8 o'clock is the premiere of said that shoulder Baneblade thingy first episode.
Baneblade.
So come and
We'll
join me in
find,
chat
we'll,
from
fi-
just
we'll
before
find
8
out how
o'clock.
Chris is painting it.
It's going to be scary. So yeah,
Badly is the answer.
badly as well. Yep.
Oh, you never know.
You do.
No,
know,
I-
yes, we know.
I can't wait to see how it comes out.
So that's Friday. Then nothing happening on Saturday. I've got a
That's
message.
your cup of tea summons.
Yes, that is actually. That was.
Yeah, we know.
Why aren't you feeling right? Can I still have my cuppa?
Hello, Mrs.
Yes.
Chris.
Hi, Gemma, miss you.
So that's tomorrow night. Then Sunday we've got obviously the Warhamster and Fox's Warhammer indeed during the afternoon.
Hmm.
Because
Unless
he's
he
not
goes to
motoring off down
America.
to the south this week.
Unless
so
I
he's
go
gonna
to
be-
America. What?
Well, unless you go off somewhere again like you did last week.
Well,
Last-
no, because
He's not likely to get picked up without his knowledge.
no, I never get picked up anyway. Oh, you mean that? Oh, I see.
I will be recovering from a open bar the night before, so
Ah, right.
Oh
Yes.
dear.
And then Monday's obviously E-models again. Same as normal. I
Monday.
don't remember whose store it is. Is it Ted's?
I think it's my store.
It's probably Fox's store. It'll be Fox's store then.
Ted did last week, didn't he? So this week.
I'll do next week's. All right.
No.
It'll be a laugh.
And then we're back again here next Thursday. So yeah, thanks for watching me. I'm going to kick you all backstage, but then I say welcome to stay, and I'll say goodbye properly with hugs and stuff once I've got rid of the watchers.
No tongs.
So thank you, Fox.
Only a little
Yes,
bit.
pleasure. Bye.
good night all.
Yeah,
night,
thank you,
darling.
Jerry. I'll kick Jerry out next time as soon as he said good night. Good night, Paul.
No, Christopher.
And finally, it's me on my own. So yes, thank you all for watching. I'll see you soon tomorrow night. I say premiere. This channel this time, well, not this time. Be finished by now. An hour ago it would have been on. So come and join me for that, and I'll see you more streaming as time goes by. So good night, and thanks all. I'll press the good night button, and then I'll click the good night button. So good night all. Bye.